basically, pattern matching and recognition is drawing on the immense power of the human brain to catalog millions of interactions that enables us to note changes in behavior. They may indicate danger, they may not. Pattern matching and recognition is particularly effective because it not only makes us safer and helps us detect danger, but it can help us more closely connect to people. So schools where people are trained in pattern matching and recognition can give more care to children. Medical providers, the same thing. And in the business sector, we can have better customer service, better connectivity with our customers. So it's really a win-win type of approach, very heavily grounded in research.
I don't know how many times we went on a Saddam Hussein mission, you know, and even that day it was like, yeah, here we go again, you know, another Saddam Hussein mission. And a lot of it was luck, the way it played out. We did a mission in Baghdad that night, and it wasn't a Saddam Hussein mission, it was just, you know, another bad guy. And they actually made fun of us for who we were tracking, because we were tracking different family members of trust from when the war started to try to find out who would hide him and who would actually not turn him in for the, you know, millions of dollars we were offering.
Pattern matching recognition is one of the things we're extremely optimistic about. It's been proven to save human lives going back all the way into the 1980s when nurses in cardiac units were trained and empowered to take action, to summon, if you will, a rapid response team, not only if they saw specific physical indicators such as pulse and blood pressure, but if they saw a patient who, based on their experience, didn't act the way patients normally act in those types of situations. And when they were given that training and empowerment, the rate of mortality in those units dropped. Similarly, we're told that nurses who deal with premature babies, who care for premature infants, that survivability in infants goes up because if nurses are trained and empowered to act when they see changes in the baby's behavior, they've found that nurses can detect signs of septic infection before medical tests can. Now, since that time, pattern matching and recognition, called different things in different fields, has been used in the military, especially by elite units such as Navy SEALs and Delta Force Special Operators. It's been used by SWAT personnel, police tactical personnel, police officers, school bus drivers, teachers, others who deal regularly with people.
I remember rolling up on the house that we were hitting that night, and somebody was walking down the street and went into another building. And I just made a note of it in my head. Cleared the house we went to, and there was really nobody there that we were looking for. So I sent a team to 2 houses down to where I saw that guy walking. Our vehicles are pretty loud sometimes, and people call people when we're driving through the city, and then the guy was just walking at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You know, just happened to be coming away from the house. We took a little fire at that house from an opposite direction. I just thought, I wonder why they were trying to get us to go this way instead of that way. And I just happened to send a team down to go grab him. And we're lucky they didn't shoot him. I had a little chat with him, and found out when I got, you know, we do our missions at night whenever we can, and found out like at 5 in the morning, woken up again, hey, that guy he knows where Saddam Hussein is. I'm like, yeah, right, you know. No, he's his keeper. He's the guy that actually, him and his brother, keep Saddam Hussein up north near Tikrit. I'm like, really? Okay. So we all rolled up to Tikrit and had the regular Army unit basically seal the town down. The military unit had done a hit the day before and multiple times, but the road is so long, whenever they would see anybody coming, he could climb in his hole. They put the plug on top, cover it with dirt, they'd clear everything and then leave. And we did the same thing. We had that guy with us though, and we were screaming at him and yelling at him that he better be here. You know, he's like, no, he's pointing to the ground and kicking some dirt, and there's a little string. You're like, grab it, and this little plug comes out of the ground of foam, you know, looks like the dirt, and there it was, this little, just small little dirt bunker full of money, him, a couple of weapons, and cigars. And that was, that was the end of a long couple of years of searching for him.
So the average person, I think, can learn from that. When they go into a mall, when they go into a place of business, look and see where the entrances are, where the exits are, how to get in and out of that place, and look at the people around you.
Officer Kenneth Bronson, the Bibb County Public School Police Department, is an excellent living example of how powerful the concept of pattern matching and recognition is. Atop this bicycle, Officer Bronson stopped a shooting of a school bus at McAvoy Middle School one afternoon. You see, Officer Bronson observed something from about 3 football fields away. It wasn't somebody waving a gun. It was a group of students who acted a little differently that day. Nothing overt. They just didn't get on the school bus as they normally did. Officer Bronson rode his bicycle across the campus. Having a good rapport with the students, he asked them what the problem was. Students told him that one of the children on the bus was a gang member. They pointed out that the 3 men across the street from the school were also gang members, but they were from a rival gang. They had surmised, correctly it turned out, that they were there to shoot this child as the bus left the campus at the end of the day. They were afraid to come onto the campus because of the efforts of the school police, but they were going to shoot at the bus, they thought, as it left campus. Officer Bronson radioed for assistance, got off his bicycle, approached the 3 men, and when he did, he now was close enough to detect something he'd been specifically trained to look for. Using a concept known as visual weapon screening, Officer Bronson detected the outline of a .25 caliber semi-automatic pistol in the pocket of one of the men. He drew a service pistol and took them into custody. Officer Bronson stopped a shooting that day. It's a success story that you've probably never heard about before, like thousands of others, because we tend to publicize the catastrophic failures in society. Officer Bronson and his fellow officers stopped 6 planned school shootings, a planned double suicide and a planned bombing in the same school district in just a 10-year period of time. This is just one example to show the power of pattern matching and recognition to protect human life.
Look and see what's going on around you. Just because that person is coming and walking down the sidewalk towards you doesn't necessarily mean you need to feel a threat from them. But if they acted in a manner that would indicate to you that something's just not right, whenever that little voice that every one of us has that says something is just not right, that is something that's keying us up to make sure that we act.